Hey, thanks for tuning in to My Mag Movies Gaming. For this video, I'm going to be talking about players Everton need, and this is going to be talking about strictly positions on the pitch, like right back, center back. So, one problem that we have right now is that a lot of our backups and second string players are under 22 and 23, which is kind of young, and some of them haven't really got much experience or none at all. So, for right back, we have Davis or Holgate after Coleman. So center back, we have two positions available and only three experienced players. Attacking mid, all we have is Dow, besides Barkley, obviously. So that means we really need another right back and another center back. Now, the second problem we have is lack of security in case players that did bad last season also do bad this season. So players that come to mind for this is Kone Morales, who didn't get much game time last season, Oviedo, Cleverly, McCarthy. So all these players, we need someone to be there just in case they can't, play up to the potential or what we expect of them. So that means like striker and left wing, and then ideally another center mid. So then you add that with the right back, center back. There's 5 positions that really need to be filled. And considering the fact that some people think Stecklenberg is not really a starting keeper like for the Premier League if we expect to do really good. So that we might need another goalkeeper too. So who knows? Another third issue that we have, a lot of injuries in preseason. So with Pennington, Beshik, who's out for 6 months, Browning, Lukaku, who received stitches in the game versus Espanyol. I'm going to have another video about Lukaku, so check that out when it comes out. It's going to be a huge rant. Kind of frustrated with what's going on with that and like the whole Chelsea thing. Moving on, Coleman, he's injured. He injured his ankle, I guess, last game or the game before that. And then Jack Yelka, who has been virtually out this entire preseason, so he might not start. Some people say he will. Williams, who was undergoing transfer talks, so he didn't get to really play for his team, and then Grant, who was out on loan. So we don't really have any starters or any people that are really good, and we have a lot of faith in them. We don't really have them to fill these positions. And then a lot of players, once they're not injured anymore, they're going to need some rest. They can't play every single game. We don't really have anyone that can be a good backup that we can really trust in case we have a lot of really big games in a row. And then this really comes to how much money do we have to spend right now. And if you deduct the fee for Ashley Williams, Gay, Stecklenberg, 12 million, 7.2 million, under 1 million, then what we made from Stones, 47.5 million. And let's just pretend the Yannick Blassie deal was finalized, which is minus 30 million, 25 to 30 million. So now if we calculate all these numbers into our starting 1 million pounds that we had, we end up with roughly that, 97,300,000 pounds left. Now you might be thinking, wow, that's enough for like 6 new players with the way we've been spending so far. You'd be right, but you'd also be wrong. Koeman said in a recent interview that himself, Walsh, and the board have decided that they want to bring in 3 to 4 more transfers, which I assume is before the summer transfer ends. Because Everton buys players that are right for the club, not just big name players, each transfer could be anywhere from 10 to 30 million pounds. And that's to say that we have to have the right players, so if we can't get the right players, we might not spend that money at all. And he says he wants 3 to 4 players, so if we end up spending 30 to 40 million total for all those players, that's not nearly the 97 million pounds that we have left. So who knows if he dips into that money. I think he won't dip into all that. And that kind of brings up a whole new topic. Everton could approach this season as the time for Everton to rise back in the top teams and turn some heads with huge success. We could spend all the remaining money and bring in some big names with our vision for the future and current talent. This would involve a top 3 finish, but we could expect a dramatic change in standings. We would have to. For example, with Louis van Gaal last season at Manchester United, he spent a shit ton of cash and he only finished top 4 or 5. So therefore, because his team underperformed on the pitch and he had these huge expectations and he spent like crazy and he didn't really, I guess, focus on the game plan for what they were going to do, he was fired at the end of the season. It seems Everton's taking the slower route. Everton's doing Koeman's doing what he can, like changing the club mentality, adding players approved by Walsh, supporting himself, the right players, like I said, who are available for purchase at that time. And Koeman is returning our play style back to how Everton fans like it. This might take one season, doubtful, or it might take 3. But as long as we see some improvement, say from 12th last season to finishing 8th this season, then I'd be happy. This slow growth and improvements to the club isn't desired by fans, but we'd rather have our team better sooner. But the slow game works. For example, Southampton finished 14th in 2013, 8th in 2014. This shows that you can be good pretty quick if you have the right players, enough money, and a good coach. But then in 2015, from going 8th, they went to 7th position. Now that might not seem like that much. This shows that it takes a lot longer to be great. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of patience, and improvement. Now, obviously, the coaching staff, the players, and everyone that works at Everton is going to be putting in the hard work and making those improvements. But it's really up to us to have the patience and not expect a 6th or 5th place finish or get angry at players and coaches if this doesn't happen. Now, I think I would really like to have an 8th place finish. That's kind of what I'm expecting. So then, after this season, this coming season, we can build on that, go to 6th, then maybe go to 4, and keep building players that are right and players that we like to see. That goes for a lot of the transfer rumors that are going down now. I wouldn't like to see Matta come to the club. I think that would kind of be a waste of money. So we really need to find players. Obviously, we're not doing the ones that are the searching, but I want players that I would enjoy seeing at Everton and that are going to make the team better. So if you guys really like this video, please leave a like. It helps me out. Um, helps this channel out a lot. So think about subscribing. That's even better. Post in the comments what you think about this video, my other videos, what you think about Everton right now. Really anything, I'll reply to them. And just have a good day, guys. Watch the games. It's going to be fun. Hopefully we don't get smashed by Tottenham and we do pretty good. And tune in next time, guys.